This is a quick guide for working with attribution in Motif. Today we're using the Motiflix dataset, which mimics the kind of events you'd see with a video streaming service. And we're picking up at a place we were at in the duration video, where we've split our user sequences into sessions. So now we're working at the session level. And we had matched on search page because we were trying to understand searches that led to watch start, a form of attribution. And we made sure that we didn't have home page, favorites page, or top movies page in between. And so really we were looking at the last touch attribution. So what we're going to start by doing is adding a label to this search page where we're saying this is essentially the last touch. And we want to consider things more than just search. So I'm going to add other events to this last touch tag that are eligible to be matched here. So I'll use the pipe as an OR, and I'm going to add things from that list. Home page, favorites page, and top movies page. And then I'll make sure to include search page in the not list for anyone coming from one of those others. Great. So now all my last touches are tagged: home page, search page, favorites page, home page, etc. But I wanted to show you something real quick about making sure we have all the right last touches here. So I'm going to start by commenting out this match. And I'm just going to do a generic match on anything, so star or nothing, preceding a watch start. And a user could do more than one watch start, so I'm going to make this a match split. So now I'm looking at basically all the sequences leading up to watch starts. And I'm going to use our barcode to look at this in aggregate. So I go to the barcode. And you may not be defaulted to this, but I right aligned my barcode by using this alignment, and I right aligned it on watch start. And so that means that we're going to see all of the things preceding a watch start here. And this alignment is a really helpful way to kind of understand what precedes a key event. I'm also going to use tags here. That's going to color the events that we've called out in our match. So we see watch start in blue. Now, when I look right before a watch start, I see movie page. And before that, I see a search click, a home page click, a favorites click, and a top movies click. So it looks like we got a lot of the key ones. What else is down here? Well, watch pause. So you could be in the middle of watching something, pause it, and then start it again. Continue watching. So you could find something on the home page. You've just opened up Motiflix, and you see that you could pick up where you left off in something. That's called continue watching. And then trailer end, trailer start, preceding that in the movie page, search, home page click, and favorites page. Okay, so we couldn't think about including the pauses here, but those are really people that are just in the middle of something and maybe paused it briefly. The only other one that feels like discovery is this continue watching. So these are people that could have chosen something different on the home page, but chose to continue watching something they'd already started. So I do want to include that as part of my attribution. So I'm going to go back up and uncomment this block. I'm going to add a match split. I'm going to add that split just like I had in that last example. And now I'm going to add continue watching to both of these. The not list and the last touch list. And I did something wrong. Oh, I mixed up the comma and the pipe, which is easy to do. So the comma is in this not. We're choosing all the things that are negated by the caret. And the pipe up here is used as an OR. Okay, so I see watch start, and then I see all my attributions in blue here. Continue, top movies, favorites, home page, search page, and so on. Right, that looks good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and plot this. So a really fun thing that we can do in Motif is we can actually choose the dimensions on an event as part of the plot. So here's my last touch. I'm going to choose the name. That makes it really easy to pick the name of the page here. On the y-axis, I already have the count, which is great. I'm just going to go ahead and normalize that by the percentage of all. And this gives us the share of attribution from each. Just to clean it up, I'm going to sort the x-axis by the largest y value descending. Okay, so in terms of attribution, most of our watches are coming from the search page. The second most is continue watching, third is home page, favorites, and then top movies. This is really fascinating. We had seen previously how search can be pretty frustrating. And we see kind of how low homepage favorites and top movies are. This might point to an issue with discovery, where people aren't finding the things they would expect on the homepage or the top movies page, and they're having to search for things instead. Or maybe we don't have the things in our catalog that they're looking for. So we've got an interesting insight here. What we did was use a tag to start grouping things to give them a label, use an or to pick all the different options in there, make sure we were negating those things in the sequence so that we were dealing with the last touch and not a repeated touch. And then we added a split to make sure we were looking at every watch start and the attribution for that. And then finally we graphed it using the dimension and the name from the last touch tag that we created. I hope that helps.